Hey. Hey, fam. Oh my God. Yo, Sabrina said, is anyone like super tired this weekend? Girl, me? Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Okay. Isabella says, Jess, I was curious. When you're working candle magic, do you reapply the oils to the flame every time you light it or only when you initially burn it? Girl, I follow my intuition with that. Okay, really quickly, you're going to see me go live on Instagram. But I really want you guys to stay here. Can everyone hear me? Can everyone see me? Okay. I forgot about the video, but pressed on the YouTube icon by accident. It was meant to be. Look at that. Isn't it funny how things work out? Won't he do it? Okay. Yeah, you guys can see me. Wonderful. Yes. Love to see it. Thank you guys so much. All right. I'm going to go live on Instagram and, but I want you guys to stay here on YouTube. So don't migrate over there when I go live. Okay, Brittany says, I remember too at exactly 6:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes, love that. Spike Gemini says, I need to learn how to read my chart. Girl, I feel you. Practice makes perfect though, okay? Practice makes perfect. It's how many years have I been studying my astrology chart and I still learn something new about myself? That's one of the main reasons why I love coming on here and talking astrology with you guys and asking you guys for your feedback on my predictions and whatnot, because it helps me to continue to see and plan and make my predictions for the future. Hey, Instagram, how are you feeling? Okay, Angie Cabra says, did you follow me on TikTok? Absolutely not. If you guys see any video, if you see any accounts following you, I don't actually use my Instagram and my TikToks to follow accounts. I'm notoriously not on social media when I'm not using it. So I'm not actually following anybody. It's like, yeah, Romy says, beware of scammers. Exactly. So just totally be careful of scammers and spammers and whatnot. Okay, Enchanted Fulcrum says, I had to come from YouTube because for some reason it's letting me type in the chat, even though I've been subscribed for a few years. Really? That's weird. Lockard 33 says everything has been spot on lately. Thank you so much. You're so welcome. DM Simpson says, hi, you're so blessed. So are you, my love. Thank you. Brittany OX says someone made a fake Instagram account. I believe it. There's like 5 of them. Happiness Flows 82 says, what are you burning? Incense. I believe this is black coconut incense currently at the moment, but I'm about to light a candle. Yo, the lighting on the side is whack. This lighting is awful, guys. On my MacBook, it's like, what is this? What is this? What is this? Okay, what's your favorite tarot deck? There's this gold gilded one that I just purchased that I'm obsessed with. I love the Mermaid Tarot, and I also love the African American Tarot. I love that one, and also the Nefertiti Tarot, I believe, is some of my favorites. Painting the Divine Within says, Jess, you are glowing right now. Supreme Goddess vibes. Thank you, my love. I really do appreciate that. I've been prioritizing my peace, and I've been doing very, very well at that. I have been so selective with who and what gets my energy, and I've been so selective with how I take care of myself, and it has made the utmost difference. Normally, I'm like, because I'm so passionate, because I love anything that I am saying yes to, like, I will say yes to a lot of things and I will stretch myself. This is not just in my work, you guys. This is also my personal life. And I started realizing that I'm surrounded by a lot of loving things and a lot of loving people. So it started making it harder for me because you guys know I was like super transient growing up, man. I was always on the road. And every year we always moved. So I always knew that I had to make the most of my time while I was there. So I would just run and rush for everything and everyone. And I would make friends up and down the East Coast because we would move up and down the East Coast. And then I started realizing, like, yo, I have a lot of amazing people around me at all times. And showing up for all of these amazing people means that I won't be able to show up for myself, or it would mean that I would have to take away from doing things for myself, even things that I loved, you guys. That's why boundaries are so essential, because you could really love your work, you can love your friends, you can love your partner, you can love your family, you can love your activities and your hobbies, but sometimes at some moments it's really important that you say no. So Rattle says, how did you manage to get the divine masculine, divine feminine reading so accurate? Honey, I don't pull them. Like, I mean, I'm not the one who is, I'm the person who brings the message. I'm not the messenger. Like, I'm not the source of the message. So if you're feeling like if you're feeling grateful because they're accurate, I want to encourage you to talk to the divine, and your angels and your guides, because they're the ones who essentially are passing on the messages to me. And I always start off by opening the door for me to talk to them. So Bailey MS21 says, is the divine feminine reading for only women? Absolutely not. Divine masculine is not for males. Divine feminine energy is not just for females. Divine masculine is a reading that every person can apply to the masculine energy within their life. This does not mean a separate entity. It could also represent the energy within themselves, and should represent the energy within yourself. Same thing with divine feminine. Okay. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Enchanted Fulcrum says she's like the vessel for spirit to speak through her to some degree, but there's some barricades that I will put through, so it's not just like all energies. Okay. M. Michelle says, good evening. Could you speak more to how you focused on you? Yeah, dude. I have to I'll say it real quickly before I jump into Astro Chat Live, because we only have an hour to work with. But how I focus my energy on myself is I ask myself, if I show up for this, am I going to love it? Am I saying no to this, or am I dragging on a yes or a no because I feel guilty or obligated to show up? Is this something that I'm like absolutely in love and enamored with? So for example, I'm going to use my personal life, which hopefully I won't offend anybody. But recently, earlier today, I had to tell a gentleman, like, listen, I'm not feeling this, right? And it's not that he's not amazing. It's not that he's not handsome. It's not that he's not successful. It's not that he's like a list of requirements that would be amazing and good. But the answer is ultimately going to be no, because I wasn't in love with the energy. I felt like regardless of how amazing the dates were, it's just going to be a no. It's going to be a no for me, dog, just because I don't want to entertain anything that is not something that I absolutely love. And I had to kind of question myself before, like, am I saying no because, or am I saying yes to him because, he meets this list, these requirements, whatever, or whatever the case is. So I had to really sit with myself. Long story short, if it's not something that you are absolutely glistening yes to, like it's a yes, 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 then it's going to be a no, or a maybe, or a wait, or a push off to the side. And regardless of what the divine, and regardless of who or what, hold on, let me put my phone on do not disturb because my thing is popping off right now. Sorry, guys. Okay, hopefully we're back live. Regardless of what the blessing is, and regardless of the good vibes and the good energy, and where it's coming from, if it's not a resounding yes, then it's just going to be a no. And then also realize that if it is a yes, something that you're absolutely like, I'm in love with this is 100%, it doesn't have to be yes right now, immediate. It could be later on, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. So there's this understanding that I have learned that I do not come from a space of lack. My source of abundance is plentiful and limitless. And understanding that about myself, I'm never going to be in lack if I'm saying no or to wait with anyone or anything, because me saying no to that is me saying yes to myself. And if that person, that thing, or that opportunity finds something else or finds someone else, then it's not that it wasn't meant to be. It just, the stars didn't align for this moment right now. And I guarantee you, the more that you prioritize yourself and put yourself first, the more that, and you say no to certain things or wait or pause or hold or I'm not ready, the more in demand you are and the more energy you have for yourself, that you will actually give the best of yourself in every circumstances. Yep. So Jesse on YouTube is saying, oh, yeah, say yes to yourself. Exactly. But sometimes it's not, you're going to say, sometimes saying yes to yourself can also mean that you have to continue to critique, okay, even though this is something that I love, does it have to be right now or can this wait? Does this have to be right now? Okay. So yeah, Mia says, thank you so much for doing the cord cutting. Girl, thank you so much for participating, because when I tell you guys, I went to bed, I shit you not, it was like 5:36 in the morning. And I remember times like that. I may not remember everything, but I do remember times like that. I went to bed so late, aka mad early, working on the cord cuttings. It started off with 300 people whose names I had to call over the candlelight, and then it quickly grew into over 1,000. So it wasn't a stream for Soul a Wanderer. It wasn't a stream that was live. It was like a ritual. And I blasted it out to my newsletter, like the people on my newsletter, and I just let everybody know that this is what I was working on the night of the full moon. So, and yo, I was like feeling all the things. I actually saw that someone was saying, yeah, Gigi says, I haven't slept for weeks. My sleep has been a little weird too, ever since the cord cutting situation. Brittany Meyer says, I had to put a man in hold last week. I was considering the cord cutting, but just didn't feel like I needed it. I may do on my own if more. Yeah, I feel you. Always listen to your feelings. Always listen to your intuition. And like I was saying before, it doesn't have to be so yes or no or extreme. It could be putting it off until later. I am not liking the lighting, guys. I need to switch my camera. I dropped this thing so many times in the year that I was taking off. Yeah. Okay. Painted the Divine Within says, I missed sending my name and info. Still did a cord cutting meditation though. Good, babe. That's fine. I mean, if you're working at the same time, I guarantee you the energy was synchronized, because we were just out there just doing our thing. So, oh my God, Forever Black Love says, hey, love, sending you mad love from Philly. Yo, I miss Philly so much. I have to go back. I literally was just outside of my backyard thinking about Philly and sending energy to Philadelphia. So the fact that you even said that right now just means the world to me. So thank you. Philly is like my home away from home. Yeah. Rat says, I can't sleep. I have endless nightmares. Something's definitely about, oh, Soul Wonder says, I'm in Philly too. Yo, I was in, yeah, Giselle says, I used to live in Center City. Me too. I was on Bainbridge Street. I moved so many freaking times. I was on Bainbridge Street, like right behind South Street, by the Greek. I don't even know if it's still there. I can't even remember my freaking address. Then I was at 13th and Locust. Was it 13th and Locust? It doesn't matter. Over by the dog park. And over by that big community garden, if it's still there on Locust Street, one of the apartments there, the small, that's actually one of the main spots where BehatiLife was born. And really started taking off was in that like fish. I love that apartment so much. Then I was right around the corner, like right off of Rittenhouse Square, when I was living with my boyfriend at the time. That was a cool apartment. Oh, Giselle says I lived in the Ritz residence there. Oh, honey, okay, girl. Yeah, that I could barely afford my rent back then. But literally, I had well, you know who's paying my rent? God, the divine, my faith, because I would literally set an intention for, good times. Those are really happy times. Really, really happy times. Steven says, I live on South Street. Yeah, South Street's where it's at. Leah Love says, can I be a moderator? Absolutely. Add for now. Show thing. Okay. Is Philly in the house? Absolutely. Philly is always in the house. Okay. Yes. Becca says the divine pays my rent now. Exactly. 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 Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to start tapping into Astro Chat Live. So if you're following along on Instagram, feel free to stick around and to stay. However, if you want to actively participate, I would encourage you to migrate over to the YouTube platform where we're currently live. We have about 950 people currently streaming, which I'm obsessed with. I love that. And 297 thumbs up. So if you guys can give this video a thumbs up on this end on the YouTube platform, I would really, really greatly appreciate it. So, okay, Loretta says, I don't think I got my email to you in time for the cord cutting, but yeah, it's been a lot of weird dreams. Yo, last night, okay, let's go ahead and start talking. Last night, I don't know what was going on. Like, let's just talk not paranormal, but I've been loving you. Sorry, the song just popped in my head. A la 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 long, a la 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 long, 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 long. Yo, last night I went like, I'll just say this, like, I don't know what's going on, but last night spirit activity was like it was like popping off, and I just could not. It was like my dogs were barking, like, and I was checking the cameras. My house is covered in cameras. There was no sign of anything. There was no, yes, Tree said last night was something else, girl. And then then this morning I went out, like, to the point where I had so much energy. It was like I kept getting woken up, and then I went out to pray, to light a candle, which that reminds me. Yeah, Madame Winter says strange sounds and movements. Yes. I went to go work like protection and work out, like work my protection spell, not because I felt like anything was weird, or off. I wasn't scared, but there was just a lot of like activity, and I could not sleep, or if I would sleep, it was like for an hour and some change, and then I would wake up and whatever. And I woke up this morning, like when I finally woke up this morning, and it was like 4:00 in the morning. I went to get the dogs ready, and when I tell you, the cabinets, my kitchen cabinets in my kitchen, but like the dining area of my kitchen were all wide open. And that's never happened. When I used to live in New Orleans, I would have a lot of things. You guys remember when I was living in New Orleans, the hurricane doors, the hurricane shutters and the hurricane doors that would be to my apartment. Yeah, Just Fluff says, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Last night it was so fucking weird. Pardon my French. When I was in New Orleans, literally I would have the hurricane doors get pulled open all the time. I remember one time my mom came to visit me, and I went out with my friends, and my mom was like, I'm going to stay home and just kind of hang out here and just kind of vibe. She was hanging out in my bedroom, and as soon as I walked out, the doors slowly opened up, and she was like, my mom's from the islands. She's like, she's always has told me how to like handle spirits and stuff like that. She was like, like, close the doors. I'm not Jess. Don't mess with me. Like, I'm not the one. And then the door slowly closed back, and she went back to doing whatever it was, like scrolling through Facebook. I don't know. Yes. Stray Panther 79 says, I remember the haunted apartment in New Orleans. Absolutely. Yes. Tiffany says, it was really weird last night. IDK, what was happening? I know. So weird. It was so weird. And then this morning I woke up and I could not shake the feeling that there was some weird shit. And it was not spiritual. Like, it wasn't like something in my house, or it wasn't something like the energy that was going on around. It was, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's something that's happening. Like, I feel like there's something globally that's happening. Something's running amok. Like, and then, guys, so then I just like couldn't. I was like super. I'm remembering right now. I'm kind of recalling. So I was like super not weirded out, but I was unsettled. Like I had this like feeling of like I was unsettled in my spirit. And then when that happens, I walk my dog, and I was walking, I took Nova to one of the parks, and just to get it out. And I started like praying for protection and praying for whoever was dealing with whatever to like go and like help them. And I started getting this feeling of like I felt like I was going to be sick. So, and it's not like a normal feeling of like nausea. It's like this feeling when my body's trying to like get something out, or knows that there's a not good energy or something's not wonderful happening. And my body just instinctively knows to try and get rid of it, even though I'm not really a thrower upper or a gagger or anything like that. But yeah. So I just wanted to say really quickly, guys, like you guys know I'm not a person who believes in encouraging fear. I believe in spiritual protection. I believe in prayer. I believe in setting intention. I believe in protecting yourself, all of those things. And I really just want to call out to my BehatiLife tribe right now to just be very careful this week and into the week coming. We are coming out of the Sun square Uranus transit. It's not as tight as it was yesterday, but it's not as tight as it was last week, but it's still tumultuous energy at best. And the way that I felt last night and this morning, I knew that when I was praying for myself, I knew I was good. But when I started praying and setting tension and connecting with the collective, that's when my body was like, that's where the energy is. So, and I wanted to like kind of get it out or disconnect. And I knew that we were going to go Astro Chat. I knew we were going to go live for Astro Chat live tonight. So I definitely wanted to show up for you guys because yeah, DJ Meezy LBC says the veil is lifting. Anthony says, did anyone have dreams about roaches? That's a very good question. I did not dream about a roach. Although I did have a dream a few weeks ago, a few days ago, about someone who's like a roach. That's not nice, but neither are they. They're not nice people. Another thing that was coming through was also the Judgment card. So I just really wanted to, yeah. Chantal says tornadoes. Yeah. So wait, time out. Jasmine. Oh, Jasmine Love is here. Love you, girl. She says, Jess, you may have to adjust your ISO, shutter speed, or f-stop to fix the way your camera is capturing and projecting light. For clear video, adjust f-stop. I'm just gonna screenshot this. You guys know I freaking suck at technology. I be doing the best I can, but even that's not a whole lot. You know what I mean? The other thing is I keep dropping my phone. Yeah. That's so funny. Page of Pentacles just jumped out. Yeah. Oh, I had a dream about spiders. Definitely had a dream about spiders. Okay, guys, we are off topic, but I'm glad that we're all connecting. 100%. All right. Astro Chat Live. So let's go ahead and begin. For those of you guys that don't know, if you're brand new, if you're noobs, welcome. My name is Jess Alexandria. I'm the creator and head witch behind BehatiLife Apothecary, professional astrology, tarot, and intuitive reader. I go live every week, or I used to back in the day. I used to go live every week on Mondays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I would do the full astrological breakdown for the week ahead. I believe that if you know the energies of the planets, you can make them work for you and not against you. I don't believe in anything being good or bad. It just is what it is. And I will help you prepare and plan for the week ahead so nothing gets you in a headlock. Okay. I do want to invite you guys that at any point during the live, if a reading resonates with you, feel free to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Also, if it resonates with you, you can send me love by simply giving me a quick prayer of protection, love, good blessings my way. That is a wonderful way to show that you care about what it is that I'm doing. Or if you want to, you can also give the thumbs up video or all of the above. But definitely, guys, always speak life over me, okay? And protection and good energy, okay? Love that for me. Love that for me. I love that for you. Yes, Trisha says, prayer of protection for Jess. Thank you, my love. So, astrologically speaking, the readings that we do are for the collective, but they're very specific. And basically what this means is that they will resonate, but you need to find where exactly within your chart they're going to resonate with the most. Three of Cups, where they're going to resonate the most, okay? Because the way that the planets work and the way the timing works is like we're all under the same umbrella of planetary energies, but how it impacts us and where it falls in your chart is going to be different. Just take this group and divide it by 12, and it's going to be pretty much around, a good percentage of like how everyone's going to be impacted differently by this. Okay. So just FYI, just so you know, also during Astro Chat Live, I do not answer personal questions. It's not that I am not invested in you. It's not that I don't want you to be happy, or that I don't care about what your ex is doing, or how much money you can make in the stock market, or whatever it is. Of course I'm invested. Of course I want to see you guys be successful. However, we only have 1 hour to work together. And we're already at 25 minutes right now. We only have 1 hour to work together. And I want to make sure that we're all able to maximize this time together. Every once in a while, we will go live. Well, as we're going live, we end up being top chat. Okay. It's because we have a really awesome group and I have really amazing light, right? So this is going to attract both the very good, if you want to call it that, people with good intentions, people with positive intentions. And it's also going to attract people who are roach-like, and they are going to be looking, begging for attention. It is going to be up to you guys to decide if you allow the distractions to distract you from what it is that we're talking about today. I'm going to power through. Aw, speaking of distractions, right? Kate Henry said, my chicken went missing last night. Don't you hate when that happens? My chicken... It's not funny. My chickens sometimes also go missing, but there's like literally so many things that happen with the chickens. It's so crazy. Anyways, but back to, I'm sorry. I hope your chicken comes back. I do hope that your chicken comes back. Shoot, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of time to work with, so if we can minimize distractions, that would be great. All right, guys. Moderators, yeah, I do appreciate you guys so much for screening the chats. I know the chats are very exciting for the most part, but just make sure that we're staying focused. I do want to say, guys, this week I have my chart pulled up, but I had to write it with my hand because my iPad won't turn on for whatever reason. I think it's because I just didn't charge it and it's charging like super slow and it's been dead for like a week now. But I do want to say, if you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at this chart and I also have notes. This week could have the potential to be chaotic, but I'm telling you, if you pray about it, if you set intention, if you call in protection, if you are grounding yourself, if you are connecting to your angelic team, if you're connecting with your ancestors, you are going to master this week. If you allow yourself to enter into the energy of this week unprotected or without a goal, I feel like you're going to find this week to feel like, I don't say a lost cause, but it's going to be like one of those weeks where Sunday rolls by and you're just kind of like, what fucking happened? Like, you're going to have that feeling of like, I didn't get to achieve a whole lot. There's a lot of things that happen. It feels like it's like you're like walking, you might be taking steps forward, but when you look at it, all you can see is how you're like took a million steps back. There is a really strange energy in the cosmos right now of irritation. This has a lot to do and will have a lot to do with Mars entering into the sign of Gemini on the 20th. Mars is very, very active and very, very engaged and very like not restless, but it will feel restless when it enters into the sign of Gemini. Right now, it's currently in Taurus, and Taurus is known for being stable. It's known for being stubborn. It's known for being resilient and resistant. But when it enters into the sign of Gemini, again, this is going to be on the 20th. It's like you have a nice cup of coffee. Like you went from enjoying an espresso drink or a nice latte drink to having like 2 shots of espresso, one for each of the twins of the Gemini. And now you're like shooting through the moon. It's going to feel like there's a really strong chance that you're going to feel like you're like running ahead, but not really going anywhere, or not having a feeling of accomplishment. If you're an air sign or a fire sign and you vibe with that type of energy of just being like gone with the wind, just totally free and like no structure, no routine, you want your freedom, you want your independence, you like to just dive into things, and you're not looking for, okay, this is what I've accomplished, this is what I've done, this is where we're going, this is where we're headed, this is what I want, then you're going to potentially, high potential, thrive in these cosmic waters. For the rest of us that need a little bit of, okay, we did this, or if you have a lot of responsibilities, this is a time where you're going to want to carry around your notepad. I always have like a notepad with me and a Sharpie pen. You're going to want to carry around a notepad, and you're going to want to not strictly schedule yourself this week, because that's going to be fucking next to impossible. Pardon my French. You guys know I have a foul mouth. I was going to say a party mouth. But yeah, I do have a I do have a party mouth. But yeah, I have a foul mouth is what I'm trying to say. Romy says, always take a million notes because of ADHD. Exactly. This is like the planet's 100% hyper energetic, hyper enthusiastic, very flighty, very like over, it could be very quickly overstimulated. And when that happens, you could be prone to some people lashing out. If there are people who are lightly dating or lightly exploring options right now it's kind of like, I don't see that necessarily like thriving. I don't feel like dating, like the tiny dates will really thrive. People are going to start feeling a little non-committal. I started talking about, actually, no, we talked about this in Divine Masculine reading, where Divine Masculine, the title of the video was They Need Space. And there's 100% that if you cannot acknowledge, if you cannot accept the independence and the space that you or someone else needs in order to be productive, in order to get things done on their timeline, on their way, this is where you're going to have a lot of combating of the heads. And when that happens, you guys, with Saturn retrograde, with Jupiter retrograde, Neptune retrograde, Pluto retrograde, conversations and Mercury transiting through the sign of Virgo, conversations are going to get mucky at best. Mercury is then also going on the 21st, is going to directly oppose Neptune. Neptune is planet of confusion. It's going to lead you into a space of isolation and irritability, where you can really feel really good 1 minute and feel like there's potential, or you could also be very irritable with the situation, be like, fuck you, I don't need you. But then the opposite side of you is aggressively triggered and having a meltdown. So just FYI. Witch Luck says, dating definitely sucks. Relationships suck. I would take a break from it if you're feeling that way right now. I don't think that they suck. Me personally, I'm a relationship girl, guys. My Venus is in, I always forget my chart. My Venus is in Libra. So I love a relationship. I've always been a relationship girl since the day that I was born. I don't feel like relationships suck. I think that if you're finding that relationships suck, it's time to take a break. Also, people are not things that can be contained or restrained in any way. If you think of every human being as a wild horse, like a wild stallion, and every wild stallion has things that when it sees it, it will run, and every wild stallion has something that it will run towards. If you can respect the wild stallion that you are dealing with, you will eventually not tame it, because that should not be your goal, but you will eventually learn to build a relationship and trust with that wild stallion that works for the both of you. And you yourself are a wild stallion yourself. So just realize that that can kind of really help. If someone is feeling like relationships suck, just realize the beast that you're working with, and you will get more and be able to give more to the stallion that you are inclined to want to chase and love at this moment in time. Okay? But relationships do not suck, and love does not suck, and dating does not suck. It's actually really great opportunity for you to explore other people and for you to explore yourself. We just want to change your approach to that. Okay? Oh, Edie's says, when can we talk about Bible and New Age and how you feel? I mean, those are very different topics. We can talk about the Bible and the New Age. Talking about my feelings, it doesn't matter what I feel about it. What matters is how you feel about it. But we can absolutely talk about the Bible and New Age. And I think that that's a very, very good question. So thank you. Yeah, but I understand Witch Lux exactly what is it you're saying, my love. Wayne says, wild horses, will ride them someday. Taylor says, did I miss the Astro chat? Honey, you are in it. That's so funny. Calco says, the energy is already chaotic. Exactly. The energy is a little chaotic this week. So if you're feeling it, if you're in it, I don't feel this as a way, because before we started doing Astro Chat Live, I was talking to Spirit about advice for you guys. And I actually wrote down, I don't see disconnection or isolation. I actually see you guys roaming and receiving insight and download. So as crazy, as chaotic as this may potentially feel for some of you guys, remember, we're in the very beginning of this week. However, if you're feeling the yes, Witch Lux says, I've been getting the wild horse metaphor from Spirit a lot lately, ironically. And also, Witch Lux, look, your emoji that you use to describe yourself is the butterfly, right? If you think about the butterfly doesn't really chase, it attracts, or it goes to what it is attracted towards. So if you're finding that dating is elusive like a butterfly, just be still, wait, know who you are, know what you're about, and the right one, the right thing will come to you. And don't take dating and relationships so seriously. Even if it's someone that you want to seriously invest your time in, like you're seriously serious about that person, still approach it with humor and fluidity and flexibility. And you would be surprised how even the most stubborn energies will melt like butter. Usually our biggest obstacle when it comes to relationships is ourselves, whether we want to admit that or not. And that's a whole other video. Right. Yeah. I'm just checking up on some of these comments. Unapologetic Goddess says, for me, my energy feels unsettled one moment and then sweetly content the next. Psh, yes. There's so much going on these planets right now, you guys. And it's going to, if you feel that now, you might, there's a high chance that you're going to feel this even more starting on the 20th. And the best way to work with this, guys, is just simply to express it, to get it out. A lot of play. These energies right now are not serious by any means, even though the world is very tumultuous right now. The reason why the energies are tumultuous is because the major core power planets that create a firm foundation and stability in our society, in our world, in our businesses, and the things that we can quote unquote count on, everything is retrograde right now. And then everything is not only retrograde, but we have Neptune retrograde in Pisces, which creates a lot of fogginess. So it just makes you have to rely on faith and your third eye and your instinct and your intuition more than usual. And if you're not accustomed to that, you will be shooketh, honey, by these energies that are going on in the planets. But don't allow your old ways to find comfort to be the new way that you find comfort now, because all of those things are being redefined. Okay, just have trust and have faith and believe in yourself always, and you will do exceedingly well. Uranus is also sitting directly on top of the North Node, right? And this is all happening in the sign of Taurus. So for a lot of you guys, thank you guys so much for the super chat. I saw someone sent $10 or $20, and then I'm also seeing $2.99. Thank you, my love. Oh, what just happened? Can you guys see me? What did I just do? Can you guys see me? I don't know what I just did. Oh, I'm right there. Ugh, now there's a freaking lag. I can't even. Yeah, you guys can see me? Well, my screen is jacked right now. They said excellent connection. Says who? All right. Whatever. Well, it's weird for me, but as long as you guys are good, then I'm good. All right. Anyways, let me just catch up on some of these comments. Oh, a lot of comments. Okay, wait. Shah says, I'm so mentally exhausted right now. Take a break. Take a break. 100% take a break. Leah says there's no change. Okay, good. Luna Lane says, is time speeding up? I feel like I'm riding high and the days are flying by past 2 to 3 weeks. Actually, time is speeding up, but that's a scientific discovery recently. Yeah. Vanita says, Jess, can we talk about inner child healing, please? Or do a video on what can help? Absolutely. I'll make a note. There's so many layers to inner child healing, though. And you guys know my Virgo, I'm so specific. Okay. Moderators, if you guys are seeing curse words like people saying fuck or shit or I don't know. I can call out a bunch of curse words, but if you guys see any curse words like that, go ahead and approve those comments if you can, moderators. I love a good curse word. YouTube, on the other hand, does not like our foul mouths, but YouTube can suck it. Just kidding. Okay, Yum Yum on the Run says, Jess, do I need 3 lodestones for money and love, or will buying a pair do both? I would buy a pair and just use the masculine one for the money and the feminine one and the masculine for love attraction. But that's what I would do. Yeah. All right. So what were we talking about? Oh, guys, some of you guys are feeling like, I feel like some of you guys are going to be quote unquote guided to isolate yourselves, or you have been getting guided to isolate yourself from the world, from the people, to hide yourself away, especially if you're dealing with trauma, wounds, with Venus directly opposing Pluto, Sun transiting in the last final stages and degrees of Leo. If anybody's telling you to hide yourself and that is not what your intuition is telling you, literally cross, cancel, delete them out your life, move on, because these are not transits where you hide your lights or that you don't play. They're very playful. They're very curious. They're very explorative. They're very conversational. They're very inquisitive. These are the energies that we're working with right now. If you're feeling like you've been in hermit mode, and I don't know, I would almost I trust your judgment, but I would almost encourage you to maybe go out to roam, get lost, explore some things. I just feel like with the way that the planets are looking right now, getting lost is a good thing. If you're not taking these energies again too seriously, you'd be surprised how creative energies will pour into you if you switch things up. I also am getting a really strong message about dusting things out of your life and getting out of the dust itself. So let's say you've been holding your, like, in your home space, kind of reading books, pulled away from the world. This would be a great time to go for a walk, leave your phone behind you, but also make sure that you're being safe, right? Right. Steph says play ignites creativity. Exactly. This is a great. Oh, Sabrina says, can you do a honey jar video? Yes, absolutely. Are you guys on TikTok? Are we on TikTok? That's what I want to know. Sorry guys, I'm playing with Instagram. Do you guys have TikTok? I've been thinking about going live on TikTok next week. Because we're currently live. Oh, Luna Lane says no TikTok. Amanda Joanne says I live on TikTok. Okay, yep. Don't do lives on TikTok, please. No TikTok. All right. Well, I'm currently on TikTok. I can't even stand saying it because I also have this like feeling about like, why is it TikTok? Like why are I have this thing with time. So I find it really weird that someone said Satan talk. Satan talk. Yeah, TikTok is a whole different breed. I don't know how Valerian Steele says, I don't know how to use TikTok. I don't blame you. I might go live on TikTok. Nerd John Edie says, eat it. Okay. Natalie says, someone just told me zodiac signs are the devil. I was like, okay. Yeah. Spirit Helper says, could be focused and it just sucks you. Yeah. N says, I don't trust TikTok. Neither do I. But if you guys are on TikTok, I am on there. And next week I will be going live there as well. Intertwine says TikTok just seems a bit overstimulating. 100%. Speaking of overstimulating, let's jump back into this week ahead. So yeah, Mars entering the sign of Gemini, you guys, is so active. If you can find different ways to get your creative juices flowing, from working out to going for a walk in the park to, let's say you're completely adamant and staying in your comfort zone, and you're big on reading romance novels, then maybe switch it up and do a horror film, like a horror book, something that stretches your comfort when it comes to play, when it comes to getting your thoughts, your thinking engaged, switching things up. A lot of you guys are going back to school. There is a huge emphasis on that. It's like as Sun is transiting the last degrees of Leo and play in summer, and then entering in the sign of Virgo. Hey, that means my birthday is coming up. I didn't even think about my birthday. How am I going to celebrate my birthday this year? Normally, what did I do last year? I think I went to an EDM concert last year, right? I don't remember. I should take a vacation. But then, guys, we have the 2 trips coming up. We have Costa Rica and Dominican Republic. Yeah, it's my birthday's coming up. Cool. Wow, I'm really. She said, Steph says, come to Cali. Ray Walker says, when is your birthday? Divinely Love says 11/11 drunk live. I'm actually 1,000% sober right now. This is just my normal state of being, and I'm feeling the energy of these planets 4,000% right now. 4,000%. My birthday is September 22nd, 1987, and yes, I am off topic right now. Very much having a difficult time concentrating. Okay, the Poet Lounge says, I heard Virgos and Pisces go well together. Really? Because my Pisces ex was a stalker. He was like obsessed with me. Scary stuff. Okay. Yeah. Vanita says, ha 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 ha. If you know Jess, she's not drunk. Should it? Exactly. That it's rare. You would not find me drunk. Okay. This is just my natural state of being. I'm always like this. Okay. My mind goes a mile a minute. This is just try and keep up, honey. Okay. Yeah. I just am big time seeing allowing yourself to roam, allowing yourself to go for walks. Some of you guys, you're craving some adventure. Some of you guys are craving some type of newness breathed into your circumstances, your situation. If your work is stagnant, you got to look at yourself and say, well, how can I do things differently? If your relationship is stagnant, then you got to do things differently. You know what I mean? It's about breaking out of your normal comfort zones. Should we be talking about relationships? Should we be talking about money? Are there any specific questions? We have about 10 more minutes left. Are there any specific questions that you guys have? Shawnee says Pisces men are stalkerish and Pisces women. It's something about like Mercury and like Neptune coming together. Also, speaking of stalker, you guys, Venus directly opposing Pluto, that can really trigger some stalkerous energy. Okay, people want to talk about money. Yeah, please and thank you, money and career. Okay. This is an awesome week. If you want to talk about money, if you are working for a company, if you're working for an organization, this would be a great time to approach them confidently and ask them for a raise. 100% ask someone for the raise. Go for the raise. I had a friend just now. She's actually a Leo. Is she a Leo? She's 100% a Leo. Yes, she is 100% a Leo. The sun is transiting her sign right now. We're going to be celebrating birthday shortly. She literally just asked for a raise and then some, got it, and then more. And then she was like, should I? I'm like, yes, do it. This is an awesome time this week, tomorrow, guys, to go in and be, ask for what you want. If you don't like where you're currently at, this is an excellent opportunity for you to find the place that you want to be in. I don't care if this is a brand new job that you just took in or an old job. There's an opportunity to advance. Keep in mind that the powers that be are currently crumbling, and there's an opportunity. Uranus sitting on top of the North Node in the sign of Taurus that rules our finances, our values, and how we get that paycheck. It's just literally create, and then Uranus is going to be trine Pluto 100%. Yep. Uranus is going to be, if it doesn't benefit you right like initially, then it will ultimately, especially if you're someone who's a hard worker, you show up. This is a great time. If you are not asking for a raise and you're looking for, yep, Melody just said, is this a good time to start something new? Abso-fucking-lutely. I think that things are going to be rocky when it comes to this new job opportunity if you're starting a new job. And the only reason why I say that is because there's a lot of shifting in the bones of a lot of businesses right now. So as long as you're being flexible and you're throwing out some ideas, you should be good. This would be an excellent time to start if you started something new. If you're looking, word of mouth, social media, and any type of networking, word of mouth, things that you're hearing around the community is going to help you a lot. But just make sure that you're checking, double check, triple check resources, who you're hearing things from. Okay. So yeah, just keep in mind, you guys, Uranus sitting on the North Node in the sign of Taurus has a really strong potential to give you a big boost when it comes to your finances, when it comes to money. Also, we have Venus trine Jupiter here. Jupiter is moving through this sign of Aries. Hold on a second. Let me just double check this really quickly. Make sure I'm getting this right. Yeah, guys, that has more money written all over it if money is a thing that you're really concerned about. 100%. Luna Lane says, can we talk about our connection with our pets? I can feel my cat talking to me. I believe you. I believe you. Okay, hold on. Let me just respond to this this super chat really quickly. Thank you so much. Karen sent me a super chat for $10. Thank you. She says, you are so on point. I'm demanding a raise in the morning. Another company is giving me $15K more per year. If my company doesn't match that, I'm out of there in 2 weeks. Exactly. You see what I'm talking about? It's that competition. It's that confidence. It's that I know what I'm about. I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. Embody Empress sent $19.99. Thank you, my love. 100%. Go for that. Don't wait, you guys. Do not wait for these transits to change. Or don't wait for, some of you guys are halting on things because you don't feel confident within yourself. If it's that you're scared to speak up, then know that you should be speaking up. You should not be allowing your fear to hold you back by any means. Okay, let me, oh, Buddha says my cat just passed on the full moon. That's beautiful. I'm sorry for your loss, but that is so beautiful for a cat. Speaking of cats, you guys, yes, 100%. It's so funny that you said, I think my cat is talking to me. 1000%, guys. Virgo actually rules the 6th house of smaller animals. And with Mercury, the planet of communication, transiting Virgo, which naturally rules the 6th house, I guarantee you your cat is talking to you. 100%. 100%. Christina Novak sent the $5 super chat. Thank you so much, my love. That green color is beautiful. She says, Jess, this may sound crazy, but is there symbolism behind smelling smoke or sulfur off and on? Yes, 100%. Some say that it is malicious, evil, satanic. This group, if I mention any type of things with Satanism, I did a video on it, just asking the simple question. The internet wanted to drag me for it. So whether you believe that's good or not, it's up to you. I'm not here to tell you anything. I do believe that there's some energies that are no bueno, and that right there is a sign of no bueno, is what I'll say there. Yeah, Romy says the times I smelt sulfur haven't been good. Traditionally, they're not. Historically speaking, it's not a good sign. I would bring in, yeah, Umbra said it best. She said smelling stuff like that means that there's a demon nearby. Exactly. Okay, 13B La Q Aries says, Jess, I've been really sick the past few days and I've been staying in bed all week. Any advice? Rest up, honey. You're clearly, I mean, I'm studying medical astrology, but I don't have your personal chart here. So I can't see exactly. And even then still, I think all healing modalities should be brought in together. I feel like you should go to the doctor and consult an astrological medical astrologer. If it did it also come up during the full moon? Curious if it came up and exactly what is bothering you. If you can, and if you could, wait a minute. What about bleach? What do you mean, what about bleach? The magnetism mystic says somebody's farting if it smells like sulfur. You know, that's another thing too, because Nova, when I tell you, when she farts, it definitely smells like a demon is in her ass. Like 100% there's a demon in her ass. Oh my God, I have to sage this shit out of her. Literally. I'm just kidding. Tom Miller says sulfur smells like shit. Oh my God. Yeah, literally rotten eggs. 100%. It's awful. It's awful. I'll literally, like, even Franklin will be sitting there like curled up by Nova's butt and she'll fart. We can both hear it. Like Franklin and I both look at each other like she farted again. And then like he like sniffs the air and he like gets up and like walks away. And I'm just like, yo, as long as you knew it wasn't me. Okay. As long as you knew, no, it wasn't me. But Nova, she lights it up, dude. Like she could set this whole house on fire with her butt. It is insane. She farts like a sick grown man. It is so bad. Yes, Mona Potter says Franklin ain't with the shits. He's not, honey. I've never I've never smelt a Franklin fart, but Nova, on the other hand, she farts like 15 times a day, and each time almost take me out. Every time it almost takes me out. So I guess I'm the lucky one. Anyways, guys, yeah, Ray of Light says, what do you suggest for when we are awakened 2 to 3 a.m. meditation or prayer? Yeah, especially 4 a.m. And if you guys are having any type of things like that, you have to consult someone in the area. When you're dealing with any type of demons or anything of that nature, you shouldn't deal with that alone or privately, or even consult someone over the internet. It's very important that you go to a church or go to someone who can bless your space, whatever it is that you believe in, and just work on removing those energies out of your house or out of your life or out of your energy. Okay, guys, we are at an hour. Ooh, time flies when you're having fun. Yeah, someone said pumpkin can help doggy digestive systems too. Yeah, she's just she actually does, she eats pumpkin, but you guys know she was actually battling a really bad case of pneumonia for a while. She's started to feel way better, thank God. But that's not why her farts stink. They just stink because they always have ever since she was a puppy. But only now am I even comfortable with having her try different foods, because I had her on a special diet just to make sure that she was building up her strength. Cock Art says, Jess, I want to make you a B-Day painting. I would love to see that. Ray of Light says, thanks for the chat, Jess. I hope you have a blessed week. I hope to catch your live on TikTok. Yes, absolutely. Time out. Pamela Damaris Hurd says, does anyone else get migraines around the new or full moons? 1000%. That's 100% a heightened time for people who have headaches, nosebleeds, migraines. Something about my mom was telling me something about this. I can maybe ask her. Oh, I sent out in the recent newsletter, I sent out Archangel Michael prayer. It is totally free and you're not obligated to do it, but I just really felt this morning, and this was before I started thinking about protection, so it's really interesting that that's what I was feeling. But if you want to, tomorrow is the start of Archangel Michael prayer. If you guys want to, you can visit the website, BehatiLife.com. At the very top of the website, there is an option. It says the Archangel Michael Shrine. You can click on that. There's a blog on there. Click on that button. And Cock Art 2.0 says, do you have a P.O. box where I can send art? I do. I think it's 76th 4th Street North, St. Peter's. Oh, fuck. 2165. I can't turn on my iPad. Just email info@BehatiLife, and my beautiful, wonderful assistant will be able to help you. Mystique Merkaba says, ooh, she goes, I created art for you, Jess. Oh, please send. I love artwork. I used to do art. I used to be so artistic. Anyways, oh, I haven't seen it. I haven't been to my P.O. box in a month. It's been a minute. I have a lot of sponsorship things just kind of sitting there too. I'm the worst when it comes to that. Oh, this video is sponsored by Queen Bee Homestead, by the way. All right, guys, I'm sending you all of my love. I am going live next week, I'm pretty sure. It feels a little iffy because you guys know I'm like feeling out the energies. It feels a little iffy. It feels like 15% is like, but I am going live next week, as far as I know. So mark your calendars if you want to join in next week, Monday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same place. Please make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, or that you're subscribed to the newsletter, because I send out the links so that, and any information, God forbid anything was to freaking happen. I don't even know how I can end this chat now that I think about it. Guys, I'm not going to be able to end this chat. This chat is going to go on forever. That would really suck. Oh, wait. Because remember, okay, wait, I'm so confused. Remember, my